like the Big Bang, like when you was like the little dot, like what was around it then? Like before, like the Big Bang exploded, like what was around it when you was a little dot?
Good question.
Hi Freddie. So you've asked a really interesting question, which is, what was outside of the universe during the Big Bang? And that's super interesting, but it gets really to the heart of what we mean when we say the word universe. So the universe is kind of everything. So it's it's more or less infinite in expanse, so it essentially goes on more or less forever. So it's kind of a bit hard to describe what you mean by saying something is outside of it, because kind of by definition, everything that exists is in the universe. So to kind of give you a little bit of maybe a clearer picture of what the Big Bang was, is that the Big Bang wasn't an explosion. It wasn't like, I have a small object here, and that object blows up. It's really just that everything was getting further and further away from everything else. So if you imagine this balloon is the universe, so the little people on it are representing the stuff that existed, really early in the universe. And the balloon itself is the structure of the universe that everything exists in. People sometimes call this space-time. So very, very early in the universe, there was very little distance between things. So it was still everything existed everywhere, but it was all kind of packed very tightly together. And what happened during the Big Bang was that this expanded very rapidly. So it's a little bit like this now, so you can see the distance between the little people has increased a lot because the space between them is expanding. And this is what we kind of mean when we talk about the Big Bang and the start of the universe. This Big Bang was the expansion of space itself that drove things apart. So there was, and because this consisted of everything, if you imagine everything exists on the surfaces of this balloon, there was nothing really outside it in the same way that I'm holding a balloon in this room. So it's a really interesting question, and it's kind of hard to give a super simple answer just because it touches on really deep and profound things, but maybe this gives you a little bit more of a clear idea of what we mean when we say Big Bang.